says I'm live. Oh my god. How does that work? I don't know. Oh, you made it up. Good girl. Go lay down. All right. Welcome back, guys. It's time for another Lower Decks installment. Really hate this new layout for YouTube on mobile, but that's all right. All right, here we are. So, Sean O'Sullivan, Joseph Barbato, Mel Canuck, BJ Teron, General Grievous, Ozzy, Olivia, everybody's here. Almost. What are you guys saying? Joseph Barbato, is it just me, or did they forget to color Boymore in this episode? I never remember him looking as white as a sheet of paper. Might just be you. Didn't notice a problem. Mel Canuck, they better give us a whole ass Romulan episode. That was fucking great. Neutral zone, nope. Aww. Hello there, says General Grievous. That's your adversary that says that. Ozzy says, good episode. It was a good episode. Olivia throws in $2. Thank you so much. I'm having Fleet Paw brisket tonight. Yes, back in ancient times, your people hunted the Fleet Paws. Ozzy, it's only 62 years old. It's only 62 years old. Alarm alert, Pugs and Dot. Indeed. Chuck A says, hey, Stuart. Hey, Chuck, how's it going? Joseph Brado, we're here. Hello. BJ throws in $1. Thank you so much. Those add up. You have no idea how good a $1 super chat is. Eric Martin is here. Shea Locomotive Productions says, hello. BJ, I found this episode hilarious, out loud funny. Watched it twice tonight. Laughed both times. Yes. The BIM, the Beta Z Intelligence Agency. That was great. Had an alternate thumbnail for this live, which had them all like sitting on the bridge, and it was we had it titled Foley's Angels because it just looked so good. But yeah, if you're on the Discord, if you're one of the channel members, you can actually go see all the alternate thumbnails for this live. I'm going to start sharing those kind of things because honestly, a lot of hard work and effort goes into those and a lot of creativity, and I kind of want to show them off. So if you're part of the Discord, you can see that stuff. Marco says I laughed the most at that in the Romulan part. Yeah. Smart Smears, great Tallinn stuff this week. I like that we're getting character stuff for the whole season and not just near the end this time. Indeed, yeah, the Tallinn stuff was great in this one. I love the subversion of expectations. Like, you think it's going to be the Bajorans, the Beta Zeds that are causing the problem, and in fact, it was actually Tallinn. I kind of like that. That was really good. BJ says, I'll go lurk. Go lurk in Sector 82 instead, yeah. John, Polish impossible to say. This episode felt kind of flat for me. Not sure why. Yeah, it's not as good as some of the other episodes this season. It's very much a middle of the road type episode yet again. But honestly, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Smart Smear says also Shax is a fantastic security officer, maybe one of the best in the franchise, to be honest. Well, there you go. Indeed. Terrence Childs, we are the champions, my friends. The Baltimore Orioles are now world champions. Yay! Peter Lukaku throws in $10. Thank you so much, Peter. Love how the Romulans have nothing to do other than lurk the neutral zone. I know, that's pretty great. BJ says thumbnails are great. Thank you, BJ. Pumpkin Spice, waste of an episode and nonsensical Boimler stuff. Well, there you go. Can't please everybody. Jeremy Caulfield, Cations ate Betazoids? Yeah. In ancient times, they hunted the Betazoids. Betazoids or Betazeds? Because they're referred to as Zoids in this one by Mariner. But, yeah. Mark says, Tallinn is really growing on me like a fungus or a wart. Ozzy says one of the lady voices is from the Good Wife series. Yeah, one is also from young Sheldon. She plays the president of the university where young Sheldon is attending. Tallinn is only 62 years old. Yes, she is. Oh, you look great for 62. Neil Hammersmith, it is a good filler episode. Made me feel Vulcan AF. Yeah. Pumpkin Spice. Shouldn't the Romulans not be in the neutral zone either? That would be a serious violation. Yes, we talked about that in our edited review that'll be coming out tomorrow. I hate that it's just literally a line of space, and they did that in TNG as well all the time, where a neutral zone would be a zone of like a couple light years. That's like a DMZ, a demilitarized zone, that you can't enter either side. So, yeah. Olivia throws in $2. The poem about Worf was great. It was all right. I didn't love that, but it was all right. Marco, yes, I agree. It wasn't anything special, but it was fun. It's a great way to sum it up. Absolutely. BJ, I love watching security take out the BIA after dealing with the doctor with warm milk. Yes, let's resist this occupation. I forget exactly what he said, but it was an occupation. Drew says, as long as they're on their side of the neutral zone, or the fence, it's fine. Yeah, but as I just stated, a neutral zone would be like a DMZ. There would be like a couple light years of buffer. It would not literally be a line in space where ships can meet like this. You know, because you need to account for some kind of navigational errors and stuff. So if you drift a little into it, you know, as long as you don't kind of hit the halfway point, like the other side should be on alert if you do that. Once you hit the halfway point, then it's like it's game on, you know. So, Mellow Canuck, Boimler is the only one neurotic enough to go undercover on Romulus. I don't know about that, but yeah, sure. Peter Lukaku throws in another $10. Thank you so much, Peter. That's amazing. Not sure who noticed it, but I like how the filming was overexposed like TNG in later seasons. That was attention to detail. I didn't notice that, but on our review, our full breakdown and review tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will take a look out for that. Pumpkin Spice, Rachel Dratch and Wendy Malick voiced 2 of the Betazoids, did not recognize the third voice. Muchi says, I found it interesting when Boimler could not remember Sleepy Merp, did not try to name her something Merp, even though she was following Merp and Big Merp. Yeah, begins with an S. Could have been Slutty Merp. There might be a Slutty Merp on board, and he has them confused. Marco, if they were hunting them in ancient times, would that mean they had warp drive in their ancient times? Or are their planets really close? I wondered the same thing. I assume that they're probably pretty close. And I don't know about the warp drive thing. I would guess not, honestly. Ozzy says neutral zone map from TOS. Yes, it was. It was. And there's a thick red border, which is actually the zone. So there's a buffer zone, but yeah, they never depict it that way in the show. Terrence Childs, did you know that Venom Geek Media 98 said the Galaxy class is an epic failure? He made a video on it. Have you seen it? I have not seen it, but we said the same thing in our Galaxy class 3-parter. We did a whole 3-part Trekyards on the Galaxy class, and we kind of end it with the whole thing that the Galaxy class is in fact a glass cannon. It is quite prone to failure and blowing up, especially with coolant leaks. So we kind of go into that. We got a lot of hate for that, honestly. But hey, it is what it is. BJ says it's a meter-wide neutral zone now. Yeah. Neil Hammersmith, if Cations and Beta Zeds in ancient times, wouldn't would Beta Zeds in that time be similar to Deanna? Was in the Genesis episode evolved like a lizard? Possibly, but I mean the humans all turned into something different, so probably not at the same time. I don't think so. Terrence Childs, this episode is about women in their 50s drinking heavily. Yep. Ozzy, can you do the Odo maneuver going into his bucket? That was a good charade, honestly. I'm glad that Boimler got that. Pumpkin Spice, Troy was more of an amphibian. She was. Jeremy Caulfield, I've heard some people mention the animation was different. Didn't really notice it myself. Okay, well, I'll have to check that out. I didn't notice it. I've watched it 3 times now, so. Shay, Locomotive Productions. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. How's it going? BJ says it's not like Star Trek has had warp drive civilizations hunting and eating eating other intelligent species. Oh, Disco. Yeah, and don't forget TNG, where you had the dog-like people and then the lizard-like people, and they were hunting each other on the ship. So, I mean, it's not unheard of. General Grievous, overall, I like the previous episode better. This resolution didn't quite stick the landing for me. I did like the twist that it wasn't that it was Talin's imbalance, but since the Bendai, what happened to her now? Since the Bendai. The Bendai syndrome. What happens to her now? I don't know. It was induced by her not being able to send the message. She was freaked out about not being a good Vulcan. So that's the stress that caused it. So I don't know if it is actually a medical condition or if it's something other. Sturm von Ulk, no one likes the fat one. Hey. Mark Phillip says it's a Galaxy class. It is. Sergeant Montgomery Mako throws in $2. Thank you so much. Security is all about the crew's welfare. Hashtag Jax. I think you mean Shax. Smart Smears. I like the Mariner growth from being unsure about herself in Starfleet to convincing someone else to be sure of themselves in Starfleet. Also, her and her mom have basically stopped fighting. Yes, I noticed that as well. And she didn't necessarily want to just kick everybody's ass in the bar. She was very much like, just throw us all in the brig. And yeah, you are hot. Yeah, they're getting along much better. And Mariner's character's changed quite a bit since season 1, which I really appreciate. Pumpkin Spice, the galaxy needs protection for all the windows during emergencies that retract during normal operations. Okay. Drew says, I don't think she has proper Bendai syndrome. She was just a quarter-life crisis. That's stressful enough. It's projecting on everyone else. Yeah. Mark says, dog-like people, Mark Alamo. Was it really? Was it Goldie Cott? John, Polish Impossible to Say, says Voyager had 2 hunters too, but didn't eat, I guess. Yeah. General Grievous, true, the Beta Zeds didn't brainwash the crew, but still multiple counts of assault and unlawful imprisonment of Starfleet officers, theft of a Federation starship, and intent to cross the neutral zone. Yep, but they are special forces, essentially, the intelligence agency, so they probably have a little bit of a leeway in that regard. So, but yeah, they'd have problems with the Federation Council, I guess, or the Federation as a whole. Ford Trimotor, Baby Yoda or Baby Frick, or Babu Frick. Babu Frick is cute, man. Babu Frick, I like him. He's funny. Pumpkin Spice. I think they were supposed to be more rat-type people, not dog. Sure. You knew what I meant, though. Terrence Childs, they should do a follow-up episode on Angel One, the planet where all the women were in charge of everything, and see if the men ever got rights. They absolutely should. Yes, I totally agree with you. Yes, that's a brilliant idea for a story. Mellow Canuck, the Galaxy class is the side of the barn everyone can't miss. Just hit its nacelle. You hit its nacelle, it's fucked. Many times it got the nacelle scraped, boom. It got a bug ship flown into the side of it, and one of the pieces zipped off and hit the nacelle, which, boom. Yeah, just take out the nacelles of the Galaxy class, you're guaranteed to win. Ozzy, which one of you guys are going to be Reed, you or the commander? Neither of us. Why would we be Reed? BJ says we have to give credit to Captain Freeman. She kept it together while the rest of the crew was lost, except of course security way down in the bowels of the ship. Yes, absolutely. She did actually do a good job, and I love how she's like, "Yes, I knew it was you guys. I knew something was up with you. I'm good at my job." That was great. Peter the Caco throws in another $5. Thank you. Off-topic trivia question. How did TNG create the starfield in the window shots in the background? The truth might blow your mind. It was like a black velvety sheet or curtain with like little tiny like sequins on it, which like glittered. General Grievous, they just dropped them at Ryza like nothing happened. That makes no sense unless there's Starfleet intelligence or the overdone trope of Section 31. Yeah, it's true, but it was all a huge misunderstanding because of T'Lyn, so I think that they would probably let it go, because even the Betazoids were affected by it. So it's fine. I have no issues with that at all, honestly. Sergeant Montgomery says yes. iPhone argued Jax. Jax wins. Flawless victory. Jeremy Caulfield, Bandai syndrome isn't that what Sarek died from? Yes, it is. They even mentioned Sarek in this episode. Spock's dad had it, and he was like Vulcan as hell. Ford Tri Motors. Galaxy class is the best Federation starship ever. Sure, it's one of the ones. Whenever anybody asks me what ship I'd want to command, I almost always say Galaxy class, just because they're so luxurious, they're so big, they're so comfortable and roomy inside. Plus, you have a holodeck, so in reality, you could go in there and use the holodeck to create any other ship you wanted if you wanted to be captain of another ship for a little while. So, the Galaxy class is always my answer. Marco, for some reason, I thought Romulan Neutral Zone was discontinued right after Nemesis. No, it's still there. It's just probably not as heavily enforced, or there's probably like treaties and stuff that they're kind of at peace with the Romulans right now. There's no problems. Jeremy Caulfield, Galaxy class, probably my least favorite Star Trek hero ship. Oh my God, really? Wow. Interesting take. Pumpkin Spice, any nacelle will be vulnerable. I mean, yes, but how many other ships do you see get nacelle damage and blow up instantly? We've seen it multiple times with the Enterprise D. Well, not just the Enterprise D, but Galaxy classes, because the USS Odyssey was another one that happened to, where we've seen damage to nacelles on like the refit in Star Trek 3. It gets shot like right behind the bridge and it kind of over the nacelle a little bit. And that ship did get destroyed in the same movie, but it was from a self-destruct. So, yeah. BJ says Betazoids affected emotionally by T'Lyn too, so they're not to blame for their actions, and Starfleet got some intelligence in the end. Yeah, it kind of worked out for everybody, and I love that they gave them that little, hey, we saw this ship, one of our long range sensor relays. Drew says Lower Decks is after Nemesis, but before the Hobus supernova, so the Romulan government are still a major geopolitical, astropolitical force, not a bunch of refugees. Yes, that's very true. Yes, this is before the destruction of the Hobus star, but yes, after Nemesis. Terrence Childs, I'd like to see The Rock appear on an episode of Picard and beat the hell out of 709 again. Yeah, you said that a few times. Ozzy, Shax, his baby bear is going to play Reed. Well, they're just making a puzzle. They wanted to. Whoever got there first gets to make the Reed puzzle. Anyway, BJ says, I prefer the Ambassador class Enterprise C to Galaxy Enterprise D. I do too. But the D's also more roomy and more comfortable and brighter and just kind of more impressive in a way. But overall, design-wise, yeah, I do prefer the Ambassador class as well. Exteriors, yes, there you go. I didn't read that part first. Nice evolution from Excelsior. Just eliminate those windows in the engineering section like Excelsior and Constitution class. No, I think you should leave them. I like the windows in the secondary hull. So, Verpine says, greetings, Captain, and everybody. Hello, that's me and you guys. Hello, Verpine. Enterprise D interiors are great. Yes. Pumpkin Spice, that's just the writers blowing up Galaxy classes for dramatic effect. Yep. It is. But at the same time, it still happened, so. Don is here and says, hello, Cap and all, and happy Star Trek Next Generation Day. Hope everyone is well on this night before launch of Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. Yay. Why does every day have to be a thing? Today's Next Generation Day. Next week will be foreskin removal day. I don't know. Like, why does every day have to be a day? Why does everything need to have a day? We just had Star Trek Day. It's just silly. Marco. Ugh. Hobus Supernova. I'll never get over that dumb plot. Sturm von Ulk. Refit. TOS. Sovereign. Defiant. Everything else, meh. Never liked the Galaxy class. It's okay, Sturm. You're allowed to be wrong. Terrence Childs. Bad news. Bad news. You badmouthed the Galaxy class on your show. The good news is that you did not badmouth the Nebula class Starship on your show, so I'm really not mad at you. Oh, that Nebula is a piece of garbage. Just kidding. We like the Nebula. Pumpkin Spice. Boimler is written so badly he would be demoted to Ransom's cabin boy by now. Sure. Ozzy. The E wasn't Worf's fault. No, it wasn't. Jeremy Caulfield. Sorry, forgot about the Crossfield class. Galaxy class is better. BJ says, funny thing about TNG Enterprise D. For such a big ship, crew seems to be the same size as Kirk's Enterprise. No, Kirk's Enterprise had a crew of 430. The Galaxy class had a crew of 1,012. Andrew Probert originally designed it to have a crew of 6,000 to 8,000 minimum kind of thing. And Gene Roddenberry said, no, we don't have enough extras to kind of show that kind of activity going on. So it's got a crew of 1,000. So there you go. Don says, I love the Galaxy and Sovereign classes equally, and the original and refit Connies as well. Yeah, the original and refit Connie I kind of love equally. As much as I like the Sovereign class, it's not my favorite ship by any means. It's just some angles of it are just not attractive. The Enterprise D is much more of a elegant kind of organic shape, and they're totally different creatures. Like, the Galaxy class was built at a time of unprecedented peace for the Federation. You know, the Cardassian border wars were behind them. There was nothing really going on. They were back to exploration. Let's bring families along. Let's have these big luxurious ships. Then a whole bunch of shit happened, and as a result, we got the Sovereign class. We got the Borg invasion. We got the Dominion. So the Sovereign class became a thing, much more militaristic again. They're going back to that. So they had some conflict which affected ship design. It's fine. Smart Smears, so much Star Trek is happening now that soon every day will be a day. Yes. Pumpkin Spice. I didn't like the Galaxy class until I got a model of it. They used a lot of bad angles of it throughout TNG. They did do some bad angles of it for sure. Like, there are bad angles of that ship. Whereas the Enterprise, the original Connie or the refit, almost no bad angles of that thing. Almost every angle you look at that ship from, it looks beautiful. Even the Ambassador class is the same kind of deal, right? But yeah, the Enterprise D does have some ugly angles. Not as many as the Enterprise E, though. Honestly, just the profile shot. The Enterprise E is just like a fucking. It's one stick essentially, where the D has got these beautiful curves, and it's like, it's something about it. It's just, it speaks to me as opposed to the Enterprise E. Now the Enterprise E from the top, that looks sick. But so does the Enterprise D, right? From the front, the D looks amazing. The Enterprise E, not so much. Again, kind of loses that look. So there we go. And Pumpkin Spice, yeah. I find once I get a model kit, I used to hate the Ambassador class. Hated that ship. Then I got a model kit of it, built it, and once I built it, it quickly rose up the ranks to being one of almost my favorite ship. It's like right at the top of the list. I absolutely love the design. I think it's a beautiful mix between TNG and the classic Enterprise as far as design aesthetic goes. So yeah, once you get a model in your hand and you can actually like look at it from different angles and like get to appreciate it more. Same thing happened when I got the Diamond Select Excelsior. I really appreciate the Excelsior design a lot more now as a result. So yeah, getting a model of it and actually building a model of it is actually better because then you kind of know the intricacies of it. So Mellow Canuck says, whatever ship I commanded, it would have a real kitchen and lounge. Good. Walter says, what would the uniform and ship be like? Starfleet technology, Area 31, Mako, etc. All the lines together from Star Trek Strange New Worlds, Star Trek Original, and Star Trek Turkish. Don't know what you mean, Walter. Ozzy, what's Klingon? With Klingon doesn't smile on D. John Walker is here. Good to see you, sir. Hello, all. Sorry I'm late. You should be sorry. You're too new to be late. Only people that have been with me for about a year can be late. You, sir. I'm just kidding. Good to see you. Smart Smears. I'd like the Crossfield class if it didn't have nacelles twice as long as the rest of the ship. I even like the spinning, even if it's overly indulgent, a design choice. Oh, the rotating ring, or you mean when it does the jump, it does the, or just like the spinning ring. Walter, Star Trek continues, Star Trek Phase 2, Star Trek New Voyages, Star Trek Kelvin in one with Guardian of Forever. In one line with Guardian of Forever. Okay. Don't know what you quite mean there. You're just like listing things. BJ, this crew is always weird and yelling as Beach Ball bounces behind Talin. Pumpkin Spice, the real Ambassador Probert one, I think, is my favorite vessel now. Oh, that's just ugly. I'm sorry. That's another one that looks fantastic from some angles, but that secondary hull, I'm sorry, no, it doesn't work for me. Especially from the top. It just looks bloated and just no. The Probert class, as it's been dubbed, because it's not the Ambassador class. It was originally designed to be the Ambassador class, but it's not. So it's called the Probert class, and I do not like it. Something about it, a lot of things about it just kind of annoy me. So, but teach their own. Ozzy says, Tendi wants a hug with Talin. Yes, well, who wouldn't? I mean, Jeremy Caulfield, if I command a starship, no holodecks, stupid things always malfunctioning. Oh, I would definitely have holodecks. I would be in the holodeck like all the time in my free time. I would command the ship from the holodeck. BJ says, I don't like oval saucers. Don't see the structural or organizational benefits over a circle. Exception is the arrow-shaped saucers like Voyager. There's no benefit to having an oval shape. It's a design choice. It's a look, and I think the oval of the Enterprise D looks fantastic. I didn't like it at first when I was young. I was about 13 or 14 when TNG came out, and I didn't like the Enterprise D for a long time. It grew on me, and I prefer the oval to the round of some of the ships, like the Probert class we were just talking about. If it had more of a different shaped saucer, I'd be probably more on board with it. But it's got the round saucer, which I yeah, I don't know. I have no problem with the oval, honestly. So Eric Martin throws in $10. When do you get your Tomy Enterprise? Well, they're shipping out October 6th, so I'm expecting before the end of October. So yeah, before the end of October sometime would be my guess. Not just because they're starting shipping on the 6th doesn't mean mine's getting shipped on the 6th, so I don't know. But I will let you guys know, and I will definitely be doing an unboxing of it when I get it, so don't worry about that. But yeah. Terrence Childs, you badmouthed the Nebula class starship. I'm going to send you a Bud Lime. Okay. Tex Trek is here. Oh my God, Stephen W. Fathry, but not Stephen W. Fathry because it's the official Tex Trek. So it could be anybody. Says, did someone say ambassador class? I love when you tell this story, Cap. The Enterprise C model turned me into an ambassador class hater. From an ambassador class hater to a fan. It is my favorite Enterprise class now. Yes, another one. Yes, I hated that ship until I got the model kit, as I said. Now I love it. I got one up there, man. I got the gold Diamond Select one up there, and it looks beautiful. So yes, I'm glad there's another one that's like me. Sorry, Steven. Shay, Locomotive Productions, rank exterior of Galaxy, Ambassador, and Probert Enterprise C. For exterior, it depends what you're looking for. It depends what your criteria are. Honestly, I think just for elegance, it would have to go to the Enterprise D, then the Probert, then the Ambassador class. For style, I'd probably go Ambassador class, Enterprise D, then Probert. It depends what you're looking for. When you say rank it, there needs to be the criteria that you're looking at or that you're judging it on. So it would affect the rankings for sure. Pumpkin Spice. The Section 31 thing is really being overused for what it's supposed to be a shadowy organization. 100% agree with you. It was best when it was just in DS9. It was just Sloan. You didn't know if Sloan was fucking crazy, if he was imagining that he was in this secret organization. You never got a sense of a more grand organization. Could have just been him pulling the strings or him and a few people. And then they retconned it in Enterprise and they fucking started putting it in everything. And it's like, Section 31 is overdone, like, to the max at this point. But I mean, so are the Borg, right? So, Mr. Captain A3, can we get a full review of Worf poetry? No. Walter, all in one line. Sure, yeah. John Walker, maybe I was cloaked. You don't know. I do know because you came in and said that you were late. So by your own admission, you were late. If you hadn't said anything, I just would have assumed you were cloaked and were here the whole time. I'm on to you. Smart Smears, I like the rotating rings. When it spins, you can actually see it drop out of frame. That looks kind of silly. I don't think so. I think that's cool, though. That's neat. I think that's cool. Pumpkin Spice. Well, the Probert Ambassador is canon as it was on screen first. The Sternbach one needs to be retconned. Diplomat class. Nope. It is not. It was not on screen first. You say it's on screen first because you say it is in the conference room. I'm going to prove you wrong right now. It is not the same design as what's on screen or in the conference room or the briefing room. Where are we here? Let's see. I'll show you what that ship actually looked like, what the Enterprise C actually looked like. Okay, it is in here. Where the fuck is it? I've got a book. And a man with a book is a dangerous thing. Ah, there it is. So, refit, Enterprise B. That's the Enterprise C that's actually on the wall in the briefing room. If you take the actual sculpture that's there, that's what you get. You don't get the Ambassador class or the Probert class because he hadn't designed it yet. That was a estimation of what it would look like right there. This is before Rick Sternbach's design existed. This is before Andrew did his. Andrew did his design of it after, no, not after Sternbach. It was before Sternbach's, but they couldn't build Proberts because it was too complex, too many complex shapes for a model build, and they needed it quickly, so they had Rick design one, and that's what we got was the Ambassador class. Now this, if you're wondering, is the history of the Enterprise from the 16th to the 24th century. This was a book from forever ago. When was this printed? 1992. So yeah, you're absolutely wrong. That being said, as I just said, Andrew did after these were created, did design his Probert class or his Ambassador class. But like I said, they couldn't build it because they didn't have the time. Same thing happened with Matt Jeffrey's original TOS shuttle design. It was too curvy. It was too complex of shapes to make on the budget they had and the time they had. So they had to build the TOS shuttle that we all know and love now. So there you go. I guess Proberts did come first, but the fact that it couldn't be used because it was too complex, and the Ambassador was the one that made it on screen. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. But you did say because it was on screen first, and so you are wrong. Absolutely, it was never on screen first. Joseph Barbato, I like the Probert class over the Ambassador only for the little hints and nods from the Excelsior class. Walter says, what do you think of the Star Trek Continues, Star Trek Phase 2, Star Trek Voyages, and Star Trek Turkish Lines? Don't know what Turkish Lines is. Voyages, you mean New Voyages? It was pretty good. Star Trek Phase 2, the Phase 2 stuff's good, I like it. And Star Trek Continues is awesome. J Locomotive Productions, my favorite is Galaxy class, followed by Enterprise class or Constitution refit, the Prometheus class. And Prometheus class. Like how you call it Enterprise class, because yeah, it was going to be called the Enterprise class. It was such an extensive overhaul, and it was like the first one to get it, that it was going to be called the Enterprise class. So the refit was actually the Enterprise class for a brief hiccup, at least behind the scenes, and then got changed to just Constitution class refit. John Walker, Captain Freeman referring to holodeck. They really use it for that? Text Trek, it is FA3. Yeah, but is it? It could be anyone. I don't know. It's not Stephen W. Fathry's account that you're signed into. Good to see you, man. John Walker, Ransom. Oh, yeah, it's mostly that. Super Kyle, I'm over here still stuck on foreskin removal day. I would not look forward to that every year. I had to think of something. It's the first thing that popped into my mind for I don't know what reason, but there you go. Jeremy Caulfield, need more Ambassador class in Star Trek. Yes, we do. Joseph Barbato, I emailed Tommy to see what happens to units that people can cancel, and they said it would be sold at their retail outlet location in Dyersville, which doesn't help me in New Jersey. Damn it, where's Dyersville? Mr. Captain 93, I'd like to see a ship like Voyager, but bigger. Okay. Walter says, what do you think of Star Wreck then? Star Wreck line. I mean, the old Star Wreck on YouTube, like the fan thing. That's funny. That's not only is it funny, but the ship stuff in those is really well done. I used to watch that way back when, and it was really fantastic. Just to see the ships. I love ships, so. Smart Smears, not quite the same, but my micro hiccup. Oh my god, not quite the same. But my Micro Machine Enterprise C really has endeared me to the design as well. Yeah, the smaller stuff I don't find I get the appreciation for, but like when you get like the Enterprise C model that I built, I just really love it. And like I said, the Diamond Select Gold Limited Edition San Diego Comic-Con exclusive just looks so nice up there. So, yeah. I think the bigger they are, the better you can see the details and kind of get appreciation. Text Trek. I actually enjoyed building the Ambassador class so much. I built another one. I labeled it the Yamaguchi instead of the Enterprise C. I believe that was the Ambassador class shown at Wolf 359 in DS9 Pilot. Yes, I believe that is the name. Yeah, it's funny because I built the Enterprise C and gave it this beautiful paint job. I kind of made the colors pop a bit more than they should, but I really like it. I've shown it off a few times on the channel. It's actually downstairs, so I can't go get it right now. But the kit came with the Enterprise C battle damage decals, like for all over the ship. And I'm like, this thing looks so fucking beautiful with my paint job. I am not going to put these battle damage stickers or these decals on it. Or decals. A lot of people call them decals. It's decals, but that's okay. Anyway, so I was determined to get another Enterprise C model kit, build it again, and do the battle damage version, which I still might do at some point. But I don't think I would just use the decals though. I would actually like use like a soldering iron and, you know, make some damage to the saucer and then actually build some structures inside, like ribbing and stuff, so it actually you can see like interior damage. So I do need to do that at some point. But yeah. John Walker, clone Boimler, why would you use badges that says we're secret? Yeah. Mark Lawrence, $5. Running late, had to get the children's fed. Good to see you, Mark. Don't worry about being late. Appreciate you showing up. Plus, I'll be seeing you by like a month from now. I'll be seeing you. BJ, Section 31 is the colloquial term for the CCC, Central Conspirators Committee. Jeremy Caulfield, how do you remain covert when you have a fleet of starships? Stealth technology. Yeah, I know, right? BJ Turan, the Doctor Who theme. Walter says, which of the Star Trek original ship versions between the USS Enterprise 1701, USS Enterprise 1701A, and the USS Enterprise NCC 1701M do you like? Well, the M is just the original one with the ship is turned into a museum ship, so the M is the museum aspect of it. I honestly prefer, it depends on the day. Those are like my two favorite ships, the original Connie and the refit. So, and I know that the Enterprise A is not technically the refit, it's just the exact same design. That's fine. But I'm just saying, for looks wise, it depends on the day. Some days it's the TOS one, hands down. Other days it's the refit, edges out the TOS one a little bit. You can't really pick between those two, in my opinion. Shay, Locomotive Productions. The painting of the Probert Enterprise C is the same and on screen first, right? Where is the painting of the Enterprise C? Where was that shown? There is no painting of the Enterprise C that I'm aware of that was shown on screen. I mean, I could be wrong, so let me know. Pumpkin Spice. They said they spent $1 million an episode for TNG back in 1987 in that Reading Rainbow episode, and they could not build a model? LOL. They could have built the model. That's not the issue. they had to do it in the space of like a week and a half, I think, to have it ready for filming. They couldn't. The Enterprise C, the Ambassador class that Rick Sternbach did, was a much simpler design to be able to model. You can model anything for that amount of money, probably. But yeah, they didn't have the time to do it. That's the issue. Text Trek, is Star Trek the stop motion parody? I had a VHS tip of one of those many years ago. It's not stop motion, no. It's live actors. It's really good CG for the day, CGI. It's like the USS Perkining instead of Enterprise, or the Perkining is one of the titles of one of them. It's not stop motion, no. John Walker, I know Eagle Moss is out of business now, but do they still have stock to sell? I only discovered they existed last month. Dude, yes. You missed out on most of them, though. So yes, Eagle Moss went bankrupt. It took a while, but Master Replicas bought a lot of their, if not all their stock. And Master Replicas have been selling it every Friday. They have drop sales of certain ships, and they have flash sales. So if you actually look up Master Replicas, I think it's masterreplicas.com, they have Eagle Moss ships that you can buy still. So yes, there is a company, Master Replicas. Check it out. Mark said, the Ambassador class we got is my favorite Federation class ship. There you go. Or Federation Starship class. Sorry, dyslexia is kicking in. Shea Locomotive Productions, did Eagle Moss make the Probert Enterprise C, and do you have it? They did make the Enterprise C, and yes, I do have it. Yes, they made the Probert one. Yes, I do have it. I did a review of it. Guys, if you want to check out any of my Eagle Moss reviews, look up Eagle Moss and Trekyards and then the name of the ship in YouTube, and you will find them. I've done like over 97 Eagle Moss reviews. They're all on a playlist. Check it out. Yes, the Ambassador, or Andrew Probert's Ambassador class, is one of them. And I point out all the things I don't like about it and all the things I love about it in that review as well. So check it out. If Fleetpaw was here, he could share the link, but apparently he's not here tonight. Hold on, let me see. I'll find the link. I hate having to do my own goddamn job. Damn it. Just kidding. Trekyards, Eagle Moss, Probert. Should bring it up. Yep. Ambassador class concept. Eagle Moss review. First one that comes up. So let's share that. Copy the link. I'll put it in the chat right now so you guys can check it out at your convenience. There it is right there. Peter the Coco throws in another $5. Thank you so much, Peter. Left field question. Aren't they all? But is Commander Ransom related to the captain of the Equinox? I don't think so, no. Just because somebody has the same last name doesn't mean they're related. Will they reveal that he is at some point? Maybe. But as of right now, I don't think so. Hypno Amber is here. Good to see you. I'm just jumping in to say hi. I got to run, but I'll check in when I get back. Good to see you. Hit like. Everybody hit like. We need 2 more likes to get to 50. Have 2 people out there not hit the like button? 2 more likes. Let's get to 50. BJ says Tallinn had painting a Vulcan temple from motion picture in her stateroom. Yes, she did. Of the big statue. Yep. Hello, Devo. Peter Lakako says the most expensive episode in Star Trek history was Caretaker Part 1. Well, there you go. John Walker throws in $2 super chat. Thank you. Can you send me the link? I would love to get a few. For Master Replicas? Hold on. I'll share that in the chat if I can find it. Master Replicas. Yeah, there it is. It's masterreplicas.com. It's super easy. I will share the link, copy the link. Holy shit, I'm doing Fleetpaw's job for him, and I'm doing it well. Paste. So, John Walker, sir, there it is in the chat right now. Open it in a new tab, and you can go and peruse it while you listen to me, or you can check it out after the live. You have failed me for the last time, Fleet Power. Yes. No problem, John. Pumpkin Spice, the Voyager refit from the Full Circle novel is really cool. Master Replicas needs to do a model of that, way better than the regular design. From the Full Circle novel. I don't know what that one looks like. Mark says, I finally got an Eagle Moss Enterprise C from Master Replicas, not the XL. I've got both the XL Enterprise C and the regular one of the Enterprise C Sternbox edition. They both have errors on them. They're missing the main impulse engine at the base of the neck, and yeah, it's quite noticeable on the XL. Like I said, if you want to check out any of my Eagle Moss reviews, just type in Eagle Moss, Trekyards, and then the name of the ship, and you'll find it. If I did a review of it, I didn't get them all, but yeah. Walter says they will create a Star Trek series using Empok Nor as the new fixed station for the Federation, Starfleet, etc. Okay. Shea Locomotive Productions. Never mind about the painting. I had the Ready Room painting of the D confused with the Probert Enterprise C painting. Yeah, I was wondering. That's the one thing that popped into my mind when you mentioned that. But yeah, that's the Enterprise D. Pumpkin Spice. How much did UPN spend on Caretaker Part 1 and 2? I have no goddamn idea. General Grievous. Remember, folks, hit like or I'll make you smell Fleet Paul's sneakers. Better than his underwear or his skid mark, I guess. Pumpkin Spice Full Circle Novels by Kristen Byers. Okay. John Walker, $2. Off topic. Have you seen and loved Space Truckers? You know, I saw Space Truckers many years ago, and I don't remember anything about it. So do I love it? Probably not. Did I like it? Meh. Do I need to rewatch it? Yes. Mark, I remembered you telling me a long time ago on a live about the errors, so I wasn't shocked. Yeah, there are errors on it. There aren't on the Eagle Moss one, though. Or not the Eagle Moss one, sorry. There aren't on the Diamond Select one, which is up there. So, Dennis Hopper and Space Truckers, yes. Yes, he is. Anyway, back to the episode. It was great seeing the Beta Z Intelligence Agency. That was kind of interesting. And yeah, a very good episode for Talin's character, as well as Mariner, actually, and Freeman, and Shax. Boimler, not so much, but and we got some lore as far as the Cations that were in ancient times were hunting the Beta Zeds. Interesting take on things. See, but there's not a lot to this episode, though. That's the thing. This is like a B plot. The whole thing is like a B plot. Would have been a fantastic B plot, but I wanted the A plot, something better, something bigger. Anyhow, Peter the Kako Caretaker took 31 days to shoot and was filmed at multiple locations. The production of the episode remains one of the most expensive in television history, reportedly costing $23 million. Yes, well, you got to remember though, Voyager, the show, was launching the UPN network. They were launching Paramount's network. It was the premiere show. So, of course, they dumped all their money into it. Those sets were gorgeous. The Voyager sets, those hallways, that bridge, were gorgeous. Gorgeous and expensive. And then they just got trashed. That's a sad day. John Walker says, I also watched it many, many years ago. All I remember is bad guy, pull start, junk. Yeah. Maybe I'll have to rewatch it, John. Shea Locomotive Productions, all the wall models on the Enterprise D look terrible, especially the refit. Yeah, they all do look terrible. You say especially the refit. I say especially the Connie, the Constitution class. Pumpkin Spice, 23 million. Holy moly. Captain Marvel, Shazam. Mark says, Megalomo destroying the replicator. Take that, you fucking... That's great. Yeah, Megalomo went a little crazy. And I love how after it stops, he's like beating it, and it's like... just like whistles as he walks away. That was great. Mark Lawrence, part was filmed at the Los Angeles Convention Center for Caretaker. General Grievous, Caretaker was also, I believe, the only Star Trek that used a title crawl like Star Wars. Caretaker didn't use a title crawl. DS9 did. DS9's first episode had a title crawl. Maybe Voyager did too. It's been a while since I've seen the first episode of Voyager. Maybe it was Voyager that had the title crawl and not DS9. Can't remember. One of them did. Probably Voyager. You guys are probably right. Pumpkin Spice says, any ships from lower decks they need to make. The USS Vancouver was cool. No, they made the Parliament class. The USS Vancouver was a Parliament class. They did make those, and Eagle Moss didn't have a chance to sell them before they went bankrupt, but Master Replicas has already sold them all, I think. I wanted to get one and just couldn't get one. So yes, they did make that. There are quite a few ships now, especially after Picard Season 3 and stuff, that Eagle Moss didn't get around to making, obviously, but... Walter says, I have my USS Enterprise NCC 1701D novelty phone next gen on my nightstand as a souvenir. That's a great phone. That is the one with the little red planet and like the ship like above it. I've got the original Constitution class phone, which is weird and wonky looking, and when you pick up the handle, like you hold it to your face is really uncomfortable because of the way the neck and the phone's designed. But it's cool. It's a novelty thing. I also have an R2D2 phone, where one leg comes off and it's like the headset. So, John Walker, which ship was described as the poor man's Galaxy class? Described by who? I don't know. I am stumped. Let me know, John. Mark Lawrence, part of Caretaker. Oops. Oh, part of Caretaker was filmed. Okay. BJ says, but did those models in Picard's Ready Room look horrible on low-res 1980s TV? Not really, but you saw them enough, and you saw them close enough, even on those TVs, that you could tell like the shapes weren't right. But yeah, you're right as a whole that it wasn't as noticeable then as it is now. But you did notice it if you watched the entire series, that there were some issues with them. Pumpkin Spice. That must have been Kess's People's City in Caretaker. Very likely, yeah, for the convention center, yeah. Mark said both of them did. Both Voyager and DS9 had crawls. Okay. I was pretty sure that DS9 did. Devo 77X. Well, this is a B ship. They are not going to give the big assignments. Their speciality is second contact after a galaxy, sovereign, or even an Excelsior stop by a planet. Yes, this is true. Why are we bringing that up, though? What does that have to do with anything? Oh, because... Is that what John Walker was referring to? The poor man's Galaxy class? Maybe? I don't know. General Grievous. At the beginning, it mentioned the Maquis with a little crawl before panning down to Chakotay's ship being chased, similar to New Hope. Nice. Take it to you. Or leave it to you to notice that. General Grievous. Oi. Shay, Locomotive Productions. As much as I love the Galaxy class, if in real life I could have a Federation starship, I would take a mix of the Wrath of Khan and Undiscovered Country Enterprise class ship with Wrath of Khan ship phasers and Star Trek 6 bridge. Gotcha. Good choices. Ozzy, sir, another starship coming in. It's a Titan A. Wait, the Enterprise G. Pumpkin Spice, what ship was supposed to be the DS9 Defiant? Well, they had a bunch of concepts for the Defiant. I think one was the Valiant class. But I don't know if that's what you're referring to. John Walker, I think it was the Miranda. It was basically a Galaxy saucer and hull without the neck. I think you mean the Nebula class, not the Miranda. Shay says, Nebula, I think you mean, yes. Jeremy Caulfield, I think it was the Apollo class, a light cruiser copy of the Galaxy class. Walter, what line would the Orville go on in Star Trek timelines for you? What line would the Orville go on in Star Trek line for you? Which timeline do you mean? Well, the Orville... That's a whole discussion. Let's put it in the future of the Kelvin timeline. That's what I'll say. There's a whole discussion that can be made about all of that, but we're not going to get into that right now. General Grievous, that was the USS Nova. Pumpkin Spice, the Nova class was supposed to be the DS9 Defiant. Okay, that makes sense. First thing that popped into my head too, and I thought it was wrong, so I didn't say it. Pumpkin Spice. Oh, I just read that one. Never mind. General Grievous, Nova class was originally the concept. Nice. Peter Lukaku, Boimler. Oh my god, smaller phasers. Oh my god, the big face. You see how Kayshawn ran too? Arms back and just like... It's kind of cool. Hold on one second. I just want to do a thing. I want to flip the thing and watch the sand fall down. Sand art. Gotta love it. You guys want to see now, don't you? Sand art. I love watching that like behind the camera when I'm doing a live. It makes such pretty patterns. Ooh. Ah. Anyhow. Sorry. I'm going to pull out my death stick. I don't care if you guys care or not. I don't care if you guys approve or not. That's what I meant to say. Peter Lukaku, that's relaxed. That's relaxing. They are relaxing to watch, yes. Very nice patterns. General Grievous, now it's canon. The secret to resisting Beta Z mind reading is beat poetry. It's called slam poetry, I think is what it was called. Peter Lukaku, what was your favorite part of the episode? My favorite part of the episode was when the Cerritos turns away from the Romulan neutral zone and you see the Deridex decloak. Oh my god. Today, Junior. Yeah, so when I saw the Daredexter cloak and all the Romulans like, "Aw," that was hilarious. Ford Trimotor. I think visually the TMP era is the best with the magnificent maroon and the refit style design with the excellent nacelles, best designs. I totally agree with you. 100%. I think the majority of people would. Pumpkin Spice. Who would win in a fight, Boimler or 5-year-old Alexander Lushenko? Oh, well. Boimler. Alexander was just fucking useless. He's always been fucking useless. So, yeah, Boimler. And it's Rozhenko, not Lushenko. General Grievous waves hand. You don't want to smoke death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life. I'm already home. I should probably rethink my life. Nah, I'm good. Nice try, though. John Walker, $2. I missed your rant on lens flares and chrome. When did I have a rant on lens flares and chrome? When did that happen? What are you talking about? John, are you okay? Jeremy Caulfield reminds me of the lava lamps. Could watch those for things for a long time. Yeah, I never really had a lava lamp. I had a glitter lamp. It was like gold base, gold top, but it had a cylinder or two with like some kind of fluid in it. It wasn't water, I can tell you that. It did not smell like water. But it had like square, like clear plastic flecks in it. And when it heated up, they went around and twinkled and stuff. Had one of those when I was a kid, and I also I had like 2 large plasma balls. I love plasma balls. Absolutely love them. Sylvia got me a really cool one 2 years ago for Christmas. It's got like, when you turn it on, it's kind of loud though. It's got like a really loud hum, and it shouldn't. But when you turn it on, it's got like this blue like line of like lightning. It's actually called a lightning lamp, which looks fantastic. And if you notice downstairs, my downstairs setup has some funky lights. I've got the Borg thing. Got one of the Borg lights like this, but the large one. And it's blue behind my right shoulder. And if you watched my Tomy video, you would notice I have a plasma tube in the corner. I love lights like that. I love plasma lamps, though. Plasma lamps are amazing, in my opinion. So, yeah. Anyway, Devo77X, the Romulans all upset that the ship didn't cross. LOL. Ozzy, Cerritos makes turn with space tracks. Eat. Yeah. Lieutenant Commander Raymond Anders, great show, one of the funnies. One of the funniest? Good to see you, Raymond. Peter Lukaku, hey, I got some coffin nails. You mean cigarettes? No, I mean actual coffin nails. Laughing my ass off. Old quote from Corner Gas Show. That still kills me. Nice. John Walker, I was assuming you had a few mentions on JJ's reboot I wasn't privy to. Being new. Oh, yeah, I have a whole goddamn movie review of that on, I believe it's on the Captain Foley personal channel, or is it on Trekyards? It was on, okay, here's the thing. I did one with Sylvia, who's my wife. She played devil's advocate. She had a little devil horn, she had a little pitchfork, and every time I made a comment about how shitty J.J. Abrams' Star Trek was, she'd like poke me and kind of give an opposing point of view. That was up for a long time, and then it got copyright, not copyright striked, but like a copyright claim, and was basically unwatchable in every country in the world. So I uploaded it to the other channel. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. That's a funny one. I really enjoy that one because Sylvia's in it, and let me see if I can find it. And I've got the J.J. Abrams sucks, and here's why. I'll do that one first. Oops. J.J. Abrams sucks, and here's why. I'll share a few links real quick in the chat. There's that one. This is why it's better for Fleetpod to be here. General Grievous should be doing this shit. And then JJ's Star Trek still sucks, and here's why. Star hop into dumbness. Share. Copy link. I'll share that in the chat too. Oh my god. Come on. There we go. Boom. And lastly, I'll find the JJ movie review if I can find it. That one's a harder one to find because of the search engine. JJ Abrams movie review. Captain Foley. Yeah, see. Oh, I found it. It's on the Captain Foley personal channel. It's an hour and 7 minutes long. Worth a watch. You get to meet the wife kind of thing. Here it is. Those are the links. Open all of these links I'm sharing with you, John Walker, in other tabs and watch them at your convenience after this live. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Ford Trimotor. I would love to see the TMP era California class. Oh wait, I kind of did. The Tweaked Reliant class ship. Yeah. Walter, like other lines of Star Trek, Stranger New World, Star Trek Original has changed the colors of the uniforms like in the Star Trek Turkish line. Which was different uniform colors, and what color would you get as captain in Star Trek Turkish? I have no idea. I don't know what the fuck Star Trek Turkish is. And no, Strange New Worlds has the same colors as TOS. Just different, a little bit different styling to kind of upgrade them. John Walker, you know what they say about people who assume things. Yes, it makes an ass out of you and me. I know. Ford Trimotor. In my headcanon, it will always be the Enterprise class and the Upside Down Reliant class. Yes. Daniel's Hot Topics. Hi, hope you're well, Captain Foley. I am well, Daniel. Good to see you, sir. Pumpkin Spice. California class is really the worst design. It's like part of the ship is missing. Disagree. Ford Trimotor. Hashtag Aegis is better than JJ Prize. Oh yeah, the Aegis is definitely better than the JJ Prize. The Aegis is from the Star Trek Bridge Crew game. Much better design. Much better in many ways. Many ways. Mark says, I thought for sure one part of the nacelle would just barely go on the line and everyone would just stop holding their breath to see if anything happened. BJ says, did JJ get work anymore? Or does JJ get work anymore? I don't know, and I don't care. The man can rot in hell for all I care. Jeremy Caulfield, I kind of like the first JJ movie. The others are trash. I have comments about that too, but Peter Lukaku, where's Fleetpaw? It's a good fucking question now, isn't it? What is Fathry sending me? Stephen W. Fathry from Text Check. Star Wreck. Yeah, it's not the same thing. Okay. Stephen, I'm going to send you a thing now. Hold on, everybody. I got to go back and do a thing because, again, Fleetpaw's not here. Star Wreck. Perkening. 2005. Share. Copy link. I'll send it to you directly, Stephen. Paste. There you go. That's the one I was talking about. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. I'd love to see what you think about it. Let's get back here. Devo says, Turkish Star Trek, a bunch of Turkish actors standing in front of a screen showing Star Trek and stealing other scenes and sound effects. Why do I think there is a Turkish Star Trek? Pumpkin Spice, new Trek series, First Contact, centering on Lily. No, is that from Cochran? No, hate it. Peter Lukaku, Lily's awful character, by the way. No, absolutely not. Peter Lukaku, $2, and this is for Squadra Course, as always. Thank you, Peter. I mean, Squadra Course says thank you. I mean, I say thank you to Squadra Course. What? Walter says B'Elanna Torres and Meryl Paris will appear in Star Trek Picard to join another Klingo. Well, Picard's done, so no, but... BJ, whoa, sexy Vulcan poster in second video. Yeah, brah. That's from Star Trek Online. That's from the launch of Star Trek Online. John Walker, I'm having to screenshot and check out later. I'm on a walk and I'm dumb. No, you don't have to do that. You just have to come back to the live after, even after it's over. You can watch the live again and just go to the point where the links show up in the chat, because the chat all comes back. You can't screenshot that because it doesn't show the entire link. John, my man, dude, you can pull the lives up after the fact and check out any of the links I share there. See, I was assuming you knew. Toyota Tacoma, Turkish Star Trek is a weird unlicensed adaptation of The Man Trap. Nice. Peter Lukaku, $2. You're going to see the Creator movie this weekend? No, I'm not. Text Trek. That is the stop motion parody. No one else I mention it to has ever heard of it. I have also never heard of it, Stephen. So, Pumpkin Spice. Andromeda Ascendant series is supposed to be in the 52nd century of the Trek universe. Interesting. Shea Locomotive Productions. Fleetpaw has not come back swiftly. Or lethargically either, for that matter. John Walker, they have a lot of Turkish knockoffs. Turkish Spider-Man is actually hilarious if you like bad movies. Yes, I've seen, what the hell's the guy's name? There's a YouTuber, Brendan Tenold. Brendan Tenold, he's a Canadian YouTuber from Saskatchewan, and he does all these bad movies, like all the Turkish knockoffs. There's a Turkish Star Wars, there's a whole bunch of Turkish ripoffs. So, yeah, Brendan Tenold is the guy. A very good YouTube channel to watch if you like bad B movies and foreign movies and Godzilla movies, because he kind of reviews them all, and they're funny. Pumpkin Spice, Picard Light featuring Just Riker. Hello. I'm caught up in the chat. Oh, and then Devo commented. I've seen Brendan's stuff too. Yeah, he's awesome. John Walker, dude, I haven't known what I was doing on a computer since Windows 98 and 3.5-inch floppy disks. I'm very bored. Well, like I said, all you have to do is come back on YouTube, rewatch the live, scroll down. You still have the live chat. It'll still be showing up as it did in real time, and you can click those links directly. But screenshotting them the way they are, well, if you're on a mobile device, it might show the whole thing, the whole link. But generally it doesn't, so. Regardless, John, I'm talking to you directly, my friend. Just type in Trekyards or Captain Foley into the YouTube search. Trekyards, Captain Foley, J.J. Abrams. And if that doesn't come up with anything, which it should, you should see my face. If it doesn't, then you just type in Captain Foley, J.J. Abrams, Star Trek's, J.J. Abrams sucks, and here's why. Type that into the search bar, it'll be like the first things that come up. Or you type in J.J. Abrams Star Trek 2009 movie, Captain Foley, or even Trekyards, you'll get the movie review. Bollywood movies are so funny. Yes, they are. Funny that the richest actor is a Bollywood actor, and I've never heard of. Yeah. Pumpkin Spice, Bali Trek, dancing for no reason at all. Dat Dude Vince. Forgot what time it is. Love the episode today. Thank you, sir. Go back there. All right. By the way, Stephen W. Fathry, if you're still here, text Trek Man, say hi to Starfleet Boy for me. Miss chatting with him. That being said, I haven't really reached out on Twitter, and I probably should. But say hi anyway. Say hi to Aaron as well. Say hi to Jill47. Say hi to all the peeps. You guys want to see where the sand art's at? You know you do. Captain, I am back and would like more ships. See, sand art is coming along nicely. So, well, guys, I think I might be done. I'm developing a bit of a headache. I only got like 3 hours sleep last night, and I had to be up early this morning because I had to go into the lab to get some blood work done, and I wanted to get there early so I wouldn't have to have like a 40-minute wait time. So I got there early, but there were 7 people in front of me, but anyway, I ended up having to wait like 20 minutes. But I was up early and only had like 3 hours sleep last night. I'm developing a bit of a headache here, and in short, I think the episode's good. It was fun. It was enjoyable, and kind of a middle-of-the-road, middle-tier type episode for Lower Decks. And I'm looking forward to seeing next week, which hopefully will be better. There you go. What other sci-fi properties do you want to see crossed with Star Trek? None. Jeremy Caulfield, a Bollywood Star Trek musical would probably be amazing. Yes. Text Trek, I will pass that along. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it. That dude Vince, yeah, eventually I gotta find a new shorter name. LOL. Our mutual friend Junkman always stumbles on it. Ah, yes. Well, to be fair, he stumbles on C3PO. The name is supposed to be C3PO. He says C3PO. Every time. C3PO. No, it's C-3PO. That's why people call him 3PO. It's C3PO. Junkman stumbles over a lot of words. That's the way some people are. I myself suffer from dyslexia, so when I'm tired, I just stumble over shit too. So, thanks, Text Trek. I will get some rest. But yeah, I'm going to call it there, guys. It's been great. It's always been great. It's always great hanging out with you guys. I appreciate you guys showing up and hanging out with me as well. Sorry I'm not in the ready room tonight. I don't have the LCARs behind me and stuff. I just didn't want to be bothered setting all that stuff up. It's usually almost ready to go, but I just kind of neglected to notice what time it was and had to kind of rush up here. And this has got a pre-built-in background that I don't have to like turn on lights, like filming lights. I don't have to do anything, so I apologize. And on that note, check out all the links I've shared if you guys are interested in my thoughts on JJ Trek and even my review with Admiral Sylvia. It's funny, I promise. The quality's kind of shit because it was uploaded and then I had to re-download it from YouTube because my original copy got corrupted, and it just, but anyway, regardless, check them out if you're interested. John Walker, just come back and watch the live, or don't watch the live again, but you can scroll through to where the links come up, and then you can just click on them, or just when you're on your computer at home, just open them in new tabs, pause them all, and then start watching them as you have time. Anyway, have a good one, guys. It's Captain Foley signing off.